Do you block people ever?
No, I've muted some people. Now that it's a function on Twitter and Instagram, there's a couple people that I have muted.
Good.
Yeah. Blake Lively.
Y'all, it looks like Anna Kendrick is finally spilling the tea on Blake Lively. And it ain't pretty for years, everyone. Thought they were best friends after starring together. In a simple favor, but behind the scenes, things were not as perfect. As they seemed, what fans saw on screen was chemistry. But off camera, there was tension building up quietly. Rumors of jealousy and competition started making their way around. And now Anna has finally decided to clear the air. She's opening up about what really went down between them, and fans are shocked to hear her side of the story. Many are now looking back at old interviews and red carpet moments, trying to spot the signs that this friendship was already falling apart from the inside.
Can I tell you that's a question we asked each other and ourselves every day, every scene, every day.
For years, there have been whispers about tension between Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively ever since they worked together on A Simple Favor. But Anna always kept it professional and polite. Well, not anymore. She's finally coming forward with the real story about what happened behind the scenes. And let's just say Blake's flawless Hollywood image might not be as perfect as it seems. The drama and tension between these two has been simmering since 2018. And now Anna is ready to set the record straight. Fans are buzzing, insiders are talking, and Hollywood might never look at their friendship the same way again. Things really escalated with the It Ends With Us controversy involving Blake Lively and Justin Alon. And fans are now wondering if Anna Kendrick took sides or if there was something bigger happening behind the scenes. Anna has always stayed out of Hollywood scandals. Starting her career as a child on Broadway with High Society in 1998, earning a Theatre World Award and a Tony nomination, she transitioned to film with Camp, gaining an Independent Spirit Award nomination, and became a household name in 2008 as Jessica Stanley in Twilight. Her career skyrocketed with roles in Elsewhere, The Mark Pease Experience, and Up in the Air alongside George Clooney, earning multiple award nominations, followed by massive hits like Pitch Perfect and its sequel. Over the years, Anna maintained a reputation as witty, charming, and relatable, often called America's sweetheart, and skillfully avoided drama until she met Blake Lively on the set of A Simple Favor. Before that, Anna had only known Blake from a distance through Ryan Reynolds and thought she was nice. But once filming began, the reality of Blake behind the cameras became clear, and the drama between them quietly started to unfold.
Anna Kendrick. Scrappy.
Scrappy. Yeah, scrappy AF. I'll tear your face off.
It all started on set when Blake Lively refused to just stick to her lines and follow directions like everyone else. Instead, she insisted on having a say in costume design, writing, and practically every aspect of the production. At first, this made her seem like a hardworking perfectionist, but as filming progressed, it became clear she wanted to be the center of attention in every possible way. Naturally, this didn't sit well with the rest of the cast, though most went along for the sake of the movie. Once filming wrapped, Anna Kendrick, who had originally given Blake the benefit of the doubt, began seeing things more clearly, especially after Blake's 2022 Forbes Power Women's Summit interview. In it, Blake admitted she was never satisfied with just taking direction and needed control over every creative aspect, even downplaying this side of herself when discussing new roles to make it seem like she was just there to act, only to later demand full creative control. She acknowledged that many producers and directors resented her for overstepping, but unapologetically said she didn't care, claiming it was about standing up for her vision. After that interview, people preparing to work with her braced themselves. But Anna wasn't expecting to collaborate with Blake again anytime soon. When the director announced a sequel to A Simple Favor, Anna wasn't thrilled. Memories of Blake's antics from the first film were still fresh. On top of trying to dominate the project, Blake also rubbed Anna the wrong way during press interviews, showing hints of jealousy, including a comment about never being a Disney princess like Anna. While most saw it as a light-hearted remark, Anna knew better. Blake had always craved the spotlight, and Anna's patience was about to be tested once again.
Often, it's so hard being you.
No, but like, I really would really like to be a Disney princess.
I'm sure that dream will come true.
I'm sure there's
The tension between Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively became even more obvious during the same Forbes interview when Blake scolded the host for focusing too much on Anna, blurting out, "What about me over here?" Anna, quick on her feet, joked back, "Oh my god, guys, don't fight just because I'm the best at everything." Despite these subtle jabs, they kept things professional until 2024, when the sequel to A Simple Favor went into production and the drama really kicked off. The first issue was a major battle over top billing in the credits. In the original film, Anna had received top billing over Blake, so she naturally expected the same for the sequel. But as usual, Blake came in with a long list of demands, pushing for top billing through her representatives. Unlike before, Anna refused to give in just to avoid drama. After weeks of tense negotiations, both sides finally reached a compromise: staggered billing, meaning Anna's name would appear first, but Blake's name would be positioned above hers. On the right-hand side, a standard Hollywood setup known as equal billing. Even with an agreement, neither actress was fully happy. Tensions escalated further with the Justin Baldoni situation. Back in 2019, Baldoni announced he was adapting the best-selling novel It Ends With Us into a film, and Blake landed the lead role of Lily Bloom, a young woman facing domestic abuse. The movie, released last August, was a massive box office success, earning over $350 million globally. But behind the scenes, things were far from smooth. In December, Blake filed a legal complaint against her co-star, accusing him of launching a smear campaign. While the press tour focused more on pink carpets, floral themes, and heavy promotion of Blake's personal brands, including her hair care line and her husband's gin company, rather than the film's serious subject matter.
Nice to meet you. What's your name? Hey, come on,
Come on top of that, at key events like the London premiere, the press were reportedly instructed to keep questions light and avoid discussing the film's serious topic of domestic abuse, which immediately raised eyebrows. But the biggest red flag came with Justin Baldoni's involvement. As insiders say, the atmosphere behind the scenes was tense and carefully managed, leaving many to wonder how much of the promotional focus was truly about the story, and how much was about personal branding and image control. He and Blake were never photographed together on the red carpet at the New York premiere, and he was completely absent from the London premiere. Even stranger, the press were explicitly instructed not to ask about him, fueling speculation. Fans also noticed that Blake and author Colleen Hoover weren't following Baldoni on social media, though no one openly acknowledged a feud. These subtle signals only added to the tension behind the scenes, leaving fans and insiders wondering what was really going on during the film's high-profile rollout.
My wife, none of this would have happened without my wife, who did that invisible work of being with the children while I was able to make this movie.
Instead, Baldoni publicly praised Blake, calling her a dynamic creative in an interview with Today, and claiming she was involved in every aspect of production. But the public wasn't convinced. The internet quickly took note when Baldoni hired crisis manager Melissa Nathan, whose past clients include Johnny Depp and Drake, right in the middle of the press tour. Then came the backlash against Blake. Old interviews resurfaced, and social media slammed her as tone-deaf and clueless for the way she handled the movie's promotion. The criticism got so intense that Brandon Scanner had to step in, defending Blake on Instagram and saying it was disheartening to see so much negativity, especially since someone close to him who had experienced a relationship like Lily's felt the movie had saved her life. For a while, things seemed to die down, but then, 4 months after the film's release, Blake took legal action against Baldoni, accusing him of repeated harassment and naming Wayfarer Studios, Baldoni's production company, as a defendant.
March 2026 trial for the It Ends With Us lawsuit between film star Blake Lively and director Justin Baldoni. Lively accuses Baldoni of on the set of their film and a smear campaign against her.
She also claimed that Wayfarer CEO, Jamie Heath, was involved in the controversy. According to the lawsuit, multiple women on the cast had previously complained about similar behavior. Blake revealed that during production, she and her husband even sat down with Baldoni and his team to address the issue, but nothing changed. Instead, she alleged that Baldoni launched a coordinated smear campaign against her, hiring a crisis manager to damage her reputation online through a well-financed and strategic attack. The lawsuit claims Baldoni's team planted, amplified, and boosted content aimed at discrediting Blake while suppressing negative press about himself, with the goal of making sure she never spoke out.
Greater context, and that's where I want to bring you in. So tell us what we don't know about this fight between these two.
Well, what you don't know is a lot, right? Because Blake Lively's dominated the media. What they did was they worked with the New York Times. Her publicist worked directly with the New York Times. They shared illegally obtained text messages They shared those together. They concocted a complaint that they filed with the Civil Rights Division. They omitted texts that would have provided context, texts that were in the exact same string that would have provided context of what was really going on. And in fact, they actually removed emojis from texts that show that there was satire and there was joking around by the PR crisis agents. I mean,
But Baldoni's team immediately denied all allegations, calling them categorically false. They insisted the only reason they hired a crisis manager was because Blake had allegedly threatened to derail the film unless her demands were met. Justin's lawyer also stated that he was not attempting to harm Blake in the process, insisting the claims were exaggerated and misrepresented.
100% no. You know, Justin Baldoni from the get-go said, I don't want to do anything negative toward her. I don't want to hurt her.
The lawyer also claimed that Blake had been making excessive demands behind the scenes, allegedly threatening to skip filming and refusing to promote the movie unless her conditions were met. Moves that could have derailed the film's release entirely. Despite the drama, Baldoni was initially honored in early December with a Women's Solidarity Award by Vital Voices, a global nonprofit that empowers women. But that honor was quickly rescinded after Blake formally complained, stating Baldoni's actions did not align with their values. While Baldoni faced media backlash, he fought back legally, filing a $400 million lawsuit against Blake and her husband Ryan Reynolds, accusing them of civil extortion, defamation, and invasion of privacy. His team claimed the couple had spread doctored and unverified information in an attempt to publicly damage him, insisting he would be vindicated in court. One person who initially sided with Blake but later reconsidered was Anna Kendrick. Having worked with Blake on a simple favor, Anna knew firsthand what it was like to be around her. But after watching Justin Baldoni's emotional interview detailing the mental toll of Blake's allegations, she felt furious. Sources say Anna, who usually avoids Hollywood drama, was overwhelmed, frustrated that the backlash made it hard to promote the film, and upset that Blake never reached out to clear the air. With the sequel of A Simple Favor set to premiere soon, tension reportedly lingers. Anna is said to be distancing herself from Blake during the press tour, handling promotional duties solo to prevent Blake's ongoing legal battle from overshadowing the film. Fans have already reacted on social media, some even vowing to boycott the movie, leaving Anna frustrated that the drama is affecting her work. While the director confirms the schedule is on track with no production delays, insiders claim that the tension is more about PR than personal issues. And both actresses are still expected to promote the film together. With the press tour looming, all eyes are on whether they can keep it professional or if Blake's legal troubles will create even more distance, making this sequel more dramatic behind the scenes than on screen.